Good evening, everybody. And how are we all doing? Well, Chair, thank you for the raid, like 2 minutes after I went live. Much appreciated. Welcome, everybody. I'm very glad to see everybody here. It's always wonderful to have people here. I hope I've greeted everybody who's actually spoken in chat so far, which would be Luca, Lizard, Queen, Chair, Oogly, Red Mage, Josh. Good lord. That's very kind, Chair. Yeah. Thank you for being here. We're gonna hop straight back into Xenoblade Chronicles. And yeah, this stream is going to contain the introduction of, well, not the introduction technically, but the proper introduction of my favorite Xenoblade character. Yes, my favorite Xenoblade character is not actually Shulk. As always, let me know if the volume's okay. I've got it a little bit low at the moment. But yeah, let's get back into it. Last week we, well, okay, Luca, my favorite alive Xenoblade Chronicles character, if we have to specify. Last week we traveled around the Bionis, and among the many things we did, we started the longest running side quest in the game, which will last until very near the end, which is rebuilding Colony 6. But in order to make progress there, we have to keep doing things here. I'm so glad to hear that, Oogly. I've heard very good things about the new snapping pocket mans, so I'm very glad about that. Because, you know, when you've got a classic from, a long time ago, there's always the concern that it's not going to really work. Lizard, Mithra is from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but I have a huge soft spot for Mithra as well. Not just because, you know, Oppai, but she's also a very good character. You know, that's probably for the best, Oogly. I don't like being bound because then I can't move and then I can't get my special effects on. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I feel you, Chair. There were some things I wanted to play today, but then I remembered that I can play those things, or I can play Monster Hunter. And, you know, it should be obvious which one won, because Monster Hunter. So, now we cross the bridge to Magna Forest proper. Last time we were here, we explored the river, which means I jumped off a cliff. Because chat has a bad habit of asking me to show them how gravity works. Which, you know, I'm fine with. Yo, Zach! Thank you so much for the sub. And yes, double digits. Something I want to point out in terms of how does gravity, that's water above us. Now, if you've ever lived on Earth, that's not a thing water typically does. I don't know why you're all so confused. Gravity works exactly the way you'd expect it to work. Like that. Um, let's head back here, actually. Wait a second, did I miss some quests? Heck, I missed getting a quest from this dude. Wow, I no can believe Hum Hum come to this place. Humans in this world are called Hums, hence Hum Hum. Good. Keep those notes, Red Mage. This will be on the final. I tell you something. There are lots of fierce, hungry monsters in Machna Forest. I want to get back to my village. Can you kill monsters on the way? Luca, I will not. So these are just your standard monster killing quests. Tend to be a bunch at the start of every area you come to. And for the most part, you can just finish them as you play the game. You don't need to pay too much attention to them. Okay. Onward, and dare I say, downward. There you go, Luca. Are you satisfied? So Oogly. Sky Ocean is something we'll experience in several hours. Not this stream, probably not next stream either. Fuck you, Oogly. Oh god, I almost splattered on that rock. Just let me cross the bridge. And since there are 2 people doing this to me...
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
That's untrue, Red Mage. I like having infinite channel points to spam sound commands. Of course, Luca, I love you too. Hi, vaguely lion-like creature.
I don't want anyone dying out there.
Oh, come on.
Alright, it's decision time, so would you rather have a punch in the face or a kick in the balls?
Well, chat, make your decision. Wow, what's a fall? Do you perhaps mean autumn? Because that's what we call it in the rest of the fucking world. Look at how many of these fuckers there are. Let's get a daze. Guaranteed crit on that backslash because of the daze. And let's get a chain attack. Why not? I know you were a chair. I just cannot deal with people calling that season anything other than autumn. Because I am an unlovable freak. Let's get 3 pinks in. She'll can follow up with a Buster. Fuck yeah, 4 times Buster does a stupid amount of damage. Fine, I am a lovable freak.
Just like old times.
I don't think there's anything I need to fuck with them. That sentence sure went somewhere. Fucking level 96! I love this game, and part of what I love is that it just puts unkillable enemies in your way. I'm also a huge fan of the combat, which makes grinding very easy. Because it doesn't feel like grinding. And done.
Let's stay alert.
You just peeled a peanut that had 3 of them in it? Chair, I'm sorry to say this, but never play the lottery because you've just used up all of your luck. Like, for life. I love these guys. They're called dinos. They're dinosaurs. What I don't like about them is they have 2 heads. They have their head, and then they've just got another one on top of it. Nice, Oogly. Let's just extend that break. Jen! Oh, whoa!
My turn.
Just go for damage. Notice that bouncing thing.
Okay.
That is part of this monster that just separates. And I hate it so much.
Let's stay alert.
You know, I think you're right, and I think we have an appropriate way to appreciate Jen. There we go. By confirming the cuteness of Jen. Jen really is. I mean, not unique in that. You're alright. Oh? Out of curiosity, what was the rad recipe? That didn't even do a lot of damage. Good. Now I'm dealing with 2 fuckers. Let's heal Charla up a little bit. Oof. This is going poorly all of a sudden. You know, I have never made microwave. I've never made popcorn in the microwave. I've always made popcorn in the microwave. And honestly, the idea of doing it properly is very appealing to me. My sister-in-law is a huge fan of making, like, proper popcorn. And they had, like, one of those fancy popcorn pots that, like, stirs the popcorn for you. Thank you, Juice. What a way to enter chat. Oh. That's the second lot of green Eluca juice. It smells so strong. Does Decky really expect a Bubba to drink this? We don't know who these people are, but we will. I'm sorry, Oogly, I don't have whole jazz. I have a limited number of slots, and I'm not getting rid of any of those. It took me a lot of effort just to get rid of something to add whole slide. Probably Luca? I mean, I wasn't involved in the process. Ooh, level 33? It's only one dude, though. Can we take it? Ah. Fucking rat jam.
Back with a vengeance.
Oh no!
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Oh, whoa, Stitch. I stole the Grover slide in the ham dance, but I did not see your name because I am a fool and I mistakenly ignored you. Ooh, Dunban with the 2 times Blossom dance. I can get behind that.
Against the odds, we choose to fight. Blossom dance.
It's a lot of damage. Honestly, that baby Kermit crying is the most adorable thing ever. Oh, really, fucker? This is how you want to do it? So, I've spoken about, I'm sure I've spoken about Xenoblade characters I want in Smash before. Dunban being near the top. Something I haven't spoken about, something I would love so much, is if Nintendo extended the Warriors concept beyond just Hyrule Warriors. I would love to see a Xenoblade Warriors game with characters from Xenoblade, Xenoblade X, and Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 2 kind of explains how that might even be possible, and I'd just love to see it. Anyway. I just wanted to get that dude. Yeah, we're level 29. We're competently leveled. Hey, Niv. Welcome. Whoops, missed that. You're right, Stitch. I lied. Sure, Oogly. Enjoy the fruit throwing? I could not get that out of my mouth properly. Well, we successfully took down one of these fuckers. Can we make it 2? I've got a quest to take 2 of them out, so... immune to break, unfortunately. Ow! God, Dunban's just so cool. Oh, didn't even need the chain attack. That's fine. What am I saying about hunters? Ranger is the closest D&D class to hunter. I believe hunter is a subclass of ranger. People tend not to like rangers. They claim that if you want to play a ranger, you should just play a fighter with a bow. Which I get, but there are so many interesting things you can do with ranger. Oogly, that feels like something you need to fix in your life. Druids generally know a lot about nature. Wood elves will also know quite a bit about nature, but druids are kind of the best for that. Look how big this frog fucker is. Just look at him. Absolute unit. Which of course makes it a bit difficult to navigate. I'm sorry, Oogly. Sometimes I have to. Ooh, we can topple it? I thought it was immune. Frogs are normally friends. But brogs are not friends. Because brogs are not frogs. They're mean motherfuckers. Ah, this game. Look at this shit. This at least isn't level 96, but level 35? And these spikes around the name tell you that it deals spike damage. So every time you hit it, it deals a percentage of that back to you. God, imagine being a universal frog. Life would be so good as a universal frog. Okay, is everybody ready? I want to make sure everybody is ready. Because we are about to meet Best Girl. The title promised it. I'm going to boost the volume just a little.
Over there.
Hey, are you okay? You.
Yeah, Shulk has these
Shulk.
visions.
What's wrong? Another vision?
Kind of. I'm not sure. But first, she needs help.
You're right. Let's look for somewhere safe.
There. I see a clearing under a giant tree. We can easily watch for anything approaching.
All the trees
Okay.
are giant.
I'll carry her.
She hasn't sustained any serious injuries, but her condition is far from stable.
Do you know what's wrong with her?
She can't die.
Her symptoms suggest ether deficiency. It's well known that Homs are strongly affected by ether levels in the environment. But I've never seen symptoms like this before. A sudden drop in ether content in the surrounding atmosphere causes a reaction.
Oh, you'll
Symptoms
keep loving
range
her
from
juice.
fatigue to nausea. But in this girl's case,
What can we do?
we're gonna need water-type ether crystals. I'll load the crystals into a cartridge to shoot from my rifle.
Eh? You're gonna shoot her?
No, silly. I'll fire them into the air and the dispersed ether will heal her.
Ah. Oh, that's what I thought.
But the problem is the crystals. We can't just use any old crystal. They must be as pure as possible. This area must have a water source nearby. We should search there first.
I spotted a waterfall a little way back. What do you think, Charlotte? Would a waterfall produce pure crystals?
I will not
I can't
reveal,
think of a better
Stitch.
place.
We'll find out soon.
Then it's decided. I'll search for the crystals.
Hey, you're not going on your own.
I'll be okay. I need you to look after the group. We're short on water too, so I'll fill up our flasks.
Hey, good idea. Take care, man.
Stitch, just wait like 2 minutes. High purity water ether crystals are needed to save a girl. There should be some near the large waterfall. Find some water ether crystals in Magna Forest. It is worth noting, all joking aside, it's really a good idea not to go to any wikis for this game, because there's a lot that can be spoiled. The story does some twists and turns. Literally watching an anime where there's a girl who wields dual pistols that fire healing shots. What anime is that? Because it sounds amazing. Why am I running back? I can just quick travel. Don't spoil yourself, Stitch. The story's good. It deserves not to be spoiled. I know it's probably not, but Pew Pew All Better sounds like the most Ruby thing ever. Bad but kind of hilarious was the title of my sex tape. Sir, just... No. Sir, it's fine. Motherfucker, you string shot on me. Wait, I'm coming the wrong way. I think.
This isn't going well.
That's because I came the wrong way. Don't tell me this isn't string shot. Fuck! I'm going to die because these motherfuckers are not letting me do anything. If I can just get to a climbing surface, they literally cannot attack me there. Fun fact. This game does not have any coding for fighting while you're on a climbing surface. So if you're ever in combat that you cannot win, just climb something. Also, he has the strongest wrists in the world. He can be falling at terminal velocity and just grab on casually. Anyway, I want to change the time because there's a moment coming up that looks best during the day. Wait, is this the spot? Yes, there we go. So, we just met Best Girl. We'll find out why she's Best Girl over the course of several hours. But now we're going to meet someone that we actually briefly saw in a previous episode. But who I fucking love. No. Juice. I mean, I promise nothing. Okay. Got my fancy schmancy ether crystals.
Who are you?
Hello there.
Hello.
How unusual. It is quite rare to see a Homs in this region. I suppose you're wondering why I am here in that case. Then permit me to introduce myself. My name is Alvis.
Alvis? My name's...
It's Shulk. Isn't it?
He knows things.
How did you know that?
Wielder of the Monado, defender of Colony 9, the hero that has every mechon running. You're famous amongst all Homs.
I know you from somewhere.
They're here.
Huh?
The Monado emits a particular ether wavelength in its ground state. It must have drawn them.
Huh? Oh! What are they? Albert! Get out of the way! I'll deal with this myself.
Yes, his necklace is a reference to Xenoblade 2.
From the left? Then I'll go. Huh?
Yeah. Schultz's visions are fucking useless.
How? Now, from above.
Yeah, he got fucked up, even though he could see the future.
It can't be. I saw its movements before it struck. How can it...
It is a Telethia.
Telethia?
They can read your mind. Whether you have a vision or not, if they know your next move, it's all in vain.
Yeah, they just fucking read your mind
You know about my visions?
and plan around
How
it.
could you possibly...
There is only one way. Stop it in its tracks, then dull its perception.
No, Albert, stop!
Fucking...
You don't know how to... Huh? A new symbol? Ha! That was amazing.
God, Elvis is cool.
I suggest you stop staring. The sword is yours to wield.
What was that light?
The Monado does not control itself. You control it.
You might not be wrong, Luca.
I control it. By the light of the Monado. I will stop them.
He's got a little bit of edge to him, but not like over-the-top edge. No, Juice. We're not. Dunban could use the Monado, but it fucked him up royally. And this dude just comes out of nowhere, and he can just wield it. Anyway, let's take a look at Elvis. We can't change any of his equipment, but it's still worth looking at. He's level 28. Yes, Oogly. The red magic sword is the Monado. He has a weapon called the Claymore, which has an unbeatable 6 gem, which means no matter what happens, he will never fall in battle. You'll always have a character like this in fights that you cannot lose. It's just a nice way the game makes sure that you win this. He's got some reasonably good gear, nothing special. Can I change his gear? Technically, but not usefully. I just mostly wanted to take a look at him. God, those boots go all the way up. And Shulk learns a new Monado, Purge. Using Purge removes a monster's aura. Auras are basically things that make them better, that give them attack up, defense up, things like that. And temporarily prevents them from activating another aura. A Telethia's aura, called Soul Read, is particularly strong. Use Purge to eliminate it before attacking. Remember to replenish the talent gauge by auto-attacking so you can activate the Monado. Purge is absolutely fucking essential to this fight, and in fact many fights later. Feel my power. Alright, I'm feeling it. I've got a Purge to remove their Soul Read. Basically, while they have Soul Read, I believe it's impossible to damage them. Like, you just can't hit them. Yeah, that... Like, I get that issue, Oogly. Oh! Shulk is dead. Elvis, just find another way around. Josh, no, we cannot take off Elvis's clothes. This is going poorly. Like, Elvis is trying to get to me to revive, but his AI is kind of fucking up. This is kind of hilariously dumb. Finally! Okay. Apparently that was good enough. No, it wasn't! Holy shit! Oh.
Everyone, let's go! Let us begin. No escape.
So essentially what happened there is, because Shulk had no... because Shulk died and our party gauge was empty, it was impossible to revive Shulk. Which is the equivalent of dying, apparently. I did not know you could lose this fight. Ah, this sucks. Problem is I can't hit them, so I can't fill up my talent gauge, so I can't purge. There we go. Fucking finally I can purge. There we go. The Telethia can read minds. I'm still going to purge, even though I'm going to die. Now, can you actually get to me a little quicker this time, buddy? Okay, there we go. Fucking focus on Elvis, not on Shulk. Shulk is baby. There we go. Fucking finally. I lost an unlosable fight.
Thank you. Hey, wait a second. More importantly, where on Bionis did you learn to use the Monado?
They were not the primary Telethia,
That's not the question I asked.
merely its spawn. The primary Telethia dwells elsewhere in Machna Forest. Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
A girl?
The Monado
Sure, Luca.
is a divine
Have a good one.
sword capable of disturbing the very fabric of existence. Of both the material and the immaterial.
Alvis, how do you know so much about the Monado? Who are you?
Who indeed?
Shulk! Shulk! Huh? That's Rhine. I'm over here!
Shulk, we looked all over for you. Thought you'd been eaten by the forest.
Sorry, Rhine. I got attacked by Telethia. If it hadn't been for Alvis, I wouldn't have survived.
Alvis? Who's that?
I'll introduce you. He's the one that... Alvis?
Oh ho!
But he was...
There's no one here.
I'm telling you, he was right here. He even taught me how to unlock a new power from the Monado.
Just you and me, Shulk. Ain't no one else around.
Elvis is scared to admit
You
his
probably
feelings.
passed out from dehydration and dreamt this guy up. Come on. Wait till the others hear this.
Ryan, why would you think that?
He was here, Rhine. I didn't dream it. I'm not lying.
Look at all the
Okay,
things you have
I believe
experienced,
you.
Ryan.
And while you were having fun with your imaginary friend, did you find any ether crystals?
Yes. Good quality ones, too.
Perfect. Come on. We should hurry them back to Shala. Hang around here long enough and we'll get whacked by an imaginary beast.
Ryan, I swear to God.
I'm not lying. Alvis. Who are you?
Fucking oogly. No, he is not Ghost Man. He is real man.
An enemy that renders your visions useless. This forest holds many surprises. Not least creatures we've never seen before. And now we know there is another who can use the Monado.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dunban.
I can't wait to meet him.
So you weren't just having a sneaky nap then?
No.
I'm just saying. You and Dunban are the only ones I know that can wield the Monado. How would this guy know how?
Okay, locked and loaded. Everyone, stand back.
Oh shit, I used bullets instead. I fucked her up. Gold! Oh, Gold, you'll be so excited. We're meeting best character.
Wow.
She's coming round. All thanks to our medic.
Are you okay?
Where am I?
Everything's fine. You're gonna be...
Get your hands off me!
Fucking.
Hey, watch it!
Forgive me. I did not mean to...
Sorry if we surprised you.
Are you the ones who helped me?
Well, something like that.
Excuse me. My name is Melia. Forgive my indiscretion. I have not had the pleasure of coming into contact with the male Homs.
Coming into contact?
Hey, Shulk, you're creeping this lady out.
Shut up, Ryan.
This large one is far worse. Melia, is it? How did you get here then? What, is there no one with you? I must apologize, but my situation does not concern you. And I shall not be divulging anything to common passers-by.
God, her outfit
Duly
is good.
noted, your ladyship. But if I were to be so bold, I'm guessing that you didn't come here alone. And you weren't just taking an afternoon nap.
And what, may I ask, are you doing here? It is rare to see Homs venture this deep into Machna Forest.
We're traveling to the head of the Bionis.
Right, Juice?
We've got a long journey ahead of us.
The head of the Bionis.
We were just figuring out how to get there when we found you.
I see. Then permit me to return the favor by aiding you in your quest.
Really?
There is only one path to the head of the Bionis. It is the path that leads to Erith Sea.
So, this Erith Sea is at the head of the Bionis.
If you would be kind enough to escort me out of the forest, I will show you the way.
You do that? Thank you, Melia. I'm Shulk. Pleased to meet you.
Shulk? Ah, yes. Likewise. She's a bit high and mighty. But she's a Homs too, right?
Hi,
Why is
Bubbles.
she here alone?
Ain't got a clue. Ask her yourself. I'm not good with her posh accent.
God, Melia's just perfect.
We shall travel to the Nopon village.
Nopon Village? That's where we've been heading. We reckon it's our best chance of making it to the top.
Since inhabiting the region, the Nopon have been a great help. You can travel to Erith Sea from their village.
It's settled. We'll make our way to the Nopon Village.
Very well. The Nopon inhabit a giant tree. If we follow this trail, we will be safe.
But I didn't see a giant tree. If only I'd seen a giant tree. Beware of monsters with spike abilities. I've mentioned these before. They're fucking terrible. From Machna Forest onwards, you will encounter monsters with spike abilities. These monsters can automatically deal damage and inflict debuffs on party members in certain circumstances. Spike damage cannot be lessened by increasing physical defense or ether defense. There are 3 types of spike abilities. Counter spike, so if you deal damage, they deal damage back. Down spike, so if they're toppled or they get certain debuffs, then they essentially get a counter spike. And close spike, which is the worst. The monster deals damage or inflicts debuffs if a party member gets too close. You know, the way you play the game, it sucks. So, you can counter it using Monado Purge or Spike Defense Gems. But, none of that matters. Because, fuck you, Ryan. Out of here with your bullshit. Let's take a look at Melia. So, Melia comes equipped with the Protect Staff. We cannot change her headgear at the moment, but we can change the rest of her gear. However, Crest Top is just about the best she can wear. That is her swimsuit. It's not as swimsuity as some might like. For her arts, she comes with Summon Bolt, Summon Flare, Burst End, Hypnotize, Shadow Stitch, and Spear Break. These are interesting. She can summon essentially elementals that's around her. So if she summons Bolt, it increases her Ether stat. When you discharge it, you lose that upgrade, but it deals a huge amount of damage. Summon Flare increases her strength. Discharging it inflicts blaze damage. Burst End, I actually don't use that often. Release latent power, reducing the defense of enemies in range. It's good, but I don't really use it. Hypnotize puts enemies to sleep. Shadow Stitch is a bind, which is actually quite effective. And Sphere Break is a physical attack that throws the enemy back. Can be pretty good for knocking enemies off cliffs. Oh yeah, Shulk's got Purge. Dang it, I keep going back. Her talent art is Elemental Discharge. So that shoots a summoned elemental. If your gauge is full, you go into Elemental Burst, which is more powerful. It doubles discharge damage. She is very good. It's hard to see how good she is at the moment, but she is very good. Gonna upgrade Summon Bolt as much as possible because it is her best move. Spear Break is actually solid. Burst End is good for reducing defense. I don't really use Hypnotize or Shadow Stitch. I normally swap them out as soon as new arts come along. Her skill tree. She starts with Serenity, which improves her agility. She also has Honesty, which improves critical hit rate, and Reliability, which improves physical defense. She's currently working to increase the HP absorbed by water-type arts. We haven't even seen any, and we're already getting that. Let's work on this to increase agility. And then she does have some basic skill links with most characters. Give her medium weight armor. Physical protection is great. Physical defense up at start of battle with higher level enemies is nice. I think she deserves the defense more. And she can't get anything from Dunbound. And she doesn't really look like she can give anything useful to anybody. Increases HP received from healing arts. I guess that's useful. Yeah, so she's not super good for giving anybody skills at the moment. But she gets some solid skills. And she'll get better later. And I actually want to switch up the party. Because I want to show off Melia. The way Melia fights is very interesting. It is very indirect. So she stays towards the back. She summons these elementals that float around her. And then she can discharge them to deal significant damage. Oh, we're all asleep. Good. Now, having just her means we don't actually have a healer at the moment. Yes, she's essentially a mage character, as Gold says. Focuses on long range, ether, which is essentially magic attacks. And is just the coolest. Just the coolest. Now, at the moment, Melia only has Summon Bolt and Summon Flare. But she's going to get many more over the course of the game. Let's get a chain attack, because I want to increase their affinity as much as possible as well. Color doesn't matter too much. Let's get a Buster in there. Why not? Bucket! Oops, all talent arcs.
Timing is everything. Remember that.
Was that a little too much?
Oh god, you're so cute as well. I will be playing as Melia fairly frequently, actually. But since at the moment she's a little bit underpowered, just because she doesn't have that many arcs, I'm going to switch back to... Actually, Shulk's the one we don't need here. We need a healer. We've got a tank. We've got a DPS. Because, trust me. Oh, thank you, Juice. Trust me. Charla, you gonna join us? Thanks. Oh, I wanted to play this earlier. When we saw how easily Elvis handles the Monado. It really is.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Oh no, Juice, don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. I will marry Melia. That's the easy one. Oh. I will bed Fiora, because honestly, we know that that's not going to be a long-term relationship on account of how she's dead. And, sorry, Charlotte, at least you get to be with Gado now? For those who weren't here for earlier streams, Charlotte's fiance was brutally murdered by evil robot people. So, once we... Now you can see that Melia is in a state called Element Burst, where her elemental discharge does double damage, and boy is it powerful. Oh! Our tank was dazed, but he's recovered.
I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
Juice, that's not her surrogate son. That's her brother. Juju's her brother, and frankly, Juju is useless. I mean, I guess he's also her surrogate son, on account of he's useless. It's worth noting, Melia is one of the characters that is most frequently used for endgame super bosses. Because if you have Melia set up correctly, she is completely broken. Yeah, and since this game only really has one mage, she doesn't have the highest DPS, but the fact that she doesn't need to get in close to deal damage is very powerful. The fact that she buffs herself and the rest of the party with her attacks, which also deal damage. She's just so good. And yeah, Melia's style is just buff, attack, buff, attack, buff, attack. And even though we haven't seen all of her attacks yet, this is as good an opportunity as any to take a moment to explain why Melia would be the perfect addition to Super Smash Bros. So, Smash has an issue with not as many female characters as... Shut up, Bubbles. This is my stream. Not as many female characters as some people would like. That's not the issue for me. The issue is Melee is amazing. Now keep in mind, I recognize it'll never happen. Xenoblade is not big enough for a single game to have two representatives. So I'm sad that it will never happen, but it will never happen. She would be a very technical character. Physically, a little bit like Palutena, where she has her staff. She's quite slow, and she mostly does sort of mid-range damage. But what would make her interesting is match starts, she is slightly underpowered across like all fields. Either that or she's just completely average and nothing stands out. But down B for her would summon one of these elementals, and she can have up to 3. And each of them would buff her in some way. We've already seen that that fire increases strength in this game, and it would do the same thing in Smash. It would increase physical damage. Lightning increases ether, and in the same way, it would increase special damage. She gets plenty of elementals later, which would increase different aspects of her. She can have up to 3 at a time, and then forward special releases those, does a significant amount of damage, plus fire or lightning or various other effects. I think she would be so good. I would never play her because I'm very bad at technical characters. But God, I want her in the game. Okay, I'm done talking about my favorite character who will never be in Smash. I'm done, Bubbles. It's fine. One of the fun things to do later in the game when she's got more elemental summons is sometimes you'll just start a fight, summon some cool elementals, and never discharge them because you don't need to.
We make a great team.
You know, Red Mage? It's a big thing to say, but I think you're right. Melia does appear to be completely flawless. She does have one flaw, which we'll see in a moment. heck? Can we bind this guy? Resist, but not immune, so potentially. And she's an element burst, so she does double damage on all of her attacks. Well, all of her elemental attacks, at least, which is most of her damage. Gold, it's actually a fairly simple scale. It's a scale from not melee to melee. The criteria for a perfect score are fairly simple. Melee. And here is the Twisted Tree Gate, which we could actually see from a long way back if we'd paid attention. And there seems to be a structure of some kind ahead of us. Yeah, that's basically it, Gold. So see those dudes over there? Not too powerful. I'm still going to take the bridge. And the reason I'm going to take the bridge is because those aren't the only fuckers down here. You see walkway there? If you want to go to Frontier Village, it's safe to go this way. Nopon never lies, so you can believe me. Yeah, that sentence is not true. You can believe him. But Nopon never lie? That is untrue. That is, in fact, a lie. So, we've already got a slightly bigger dude here at level 32. Nothing unreasonable. Nothing we couldn't manage. Where are you fuckers? Because I know there are bigger dudes down there.
Yes, no.
Frontier Village is just up ahead. You see red light? Village just past there. Is that what you mean by the red light? There we go. You see this big old dude down here who we would have had to walk past? He is level 96. But it doesn't matter. Because this is the village entrance. And we are coming to one of my favorite areas in the game. Just for being dang cute.
Yes, no.
This is really delicious. Did you see? You saw, right? Okay, I tell you how to go to village. Just don't tell anyone. Village is along this walkway. Remember, keep it secret. I think I could have figured it out.
This is the entrance to Frontier Village.
So this big tree is where the Nopon live.
Ah, Bird Lady. Welcome back, Bird Lady.
That is an odd
I
thing
wish
to call
speak
her.
with the village chief. Will you permit us to enter?
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I shall take you to the village chief. Follow me.
It's little birdie. That's the only explanation. Almost.
Hum.
Hum here! Hum here!
Hum who?
Hum everywhere! Me want touch hum.
Go on, nibble, Hum Hum.
Can't taste. Phew.
Hum Hum scary. Oh.
Not really.
Nopon of Frontier Village. Melia Antigua has returned. I request an audience with your chief. Chief, will you hear my request?
Melia here. Bird lady here.
Melia back. Bird lady back.
Bird lady?
This dude's fucking beard.
My dear Melia, it's good to see you again so soon. And you look so well. And what of your men?
They are at one with the Bionis. They sacrificed their lives so that I might escape. But this is not my reason for coming. These Homs need your help. Will you be so kind as to listen to their request?
What could a Hum Hum need of me?
They require safe passage to Erith Sea.
I see no reason to deny them. And Melia, what of you?
I have unfinished business in this region. Once these Homs are safely on their way, I shall be on mine as well.
She's not staying with us.
That girl. Something's troubling her.
We found her half dead and all alone. But I don't suppose she'll tell us the reason anytime soon.
Maybe we can help. I'll go and talk to her.
Josh, my reasoning has always been because he is significantly older and has had much more interaction with the Homs. Yeah, no, Charla, I like you, but you do not get to be in front. Who's got a new art? Ooh, Charlotte's got something new. Yes! Okay. Headshaker is so good for Charlotte. It gives her the ability to deal daze, which is so important. Something she hasn't had for a while. What do I replace? I've already got rid of Tranquilizer. I've got 3 heals. These are all good, though. Honestly, I'll get rid of Thunderbullet. It's not that useful. And this is Frontier Village. Big old village inside of a tree. Gotta love it. Meh, me am all dusty. Cleaning pollen lamps means me get pollen dust face. We might need to try one of those face masks. Oh god, this game was ahead of time. Grab 5 fancy or Luga masks. Yeah, we'll get around to that. Do you have anything fun to sell me, buddy? Oh no, I've got no money, but this gear is so good. Oh, would you look at this? Art books for a character we haven't met yet. Thanks, game, for slightly spoiling that. Oh, this gear is so good. Oh, I might need to sell some stuff. Oh, I need to sell stuff. I'll probably do it between streams. Let's sell the Monado. That's not important, right? Oh, God. Oh, no, my soul. Defense knives. You know, a weapon for Fiora. You know, the knives. You know, The knives for Fiora. Fiora's knives. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here I can sell. Gold, how dare you? Honestly, I just haven't been selling stuff. I'm just gonna sell a few things. Basically, anything that's not equipped is worth selling. I wish there was a way to mark items. And I wish it didn't keep going to the bottom of the list. I'm going to keep the anti-mechon glaive. It's a useful weapon to have. I'm sorry. I thought this said sonic laser, which would be a very different thing. Again, lots of gear here worth selling, but I don't want to spend too long just scrolling through this on stream. Who's wearing that? Someone. Honestly, materials is where you can potentially make a lot of money. So you can sort by sales price. And a lot of these things are definitely worth selling, especially if you've got no need for them at the moment. These glyphs, I don't think are ever used anywhere in the game. You hold L, it keeps selling, but that can be risky. This is probably the best way to make some cash. And by some cash, I mean I'm over 200,000 now. Yeah. That'll do. Now I can buy some good gear. I need 4 of those at the moment. It's still pretty pricey. Improvement for everyone except Rhine. Much better ether defense, but significantly worse physical defense. And he needs that physical defense. So I'm only going to get 3 of these. Interesting. This is by no means a massive improvement. The pants are pretty dang good, though. I'm sorry. School shoes? They're just called school shoes. Agility up means this is pretty good for Dunban. But losing 15 ether defense. Just gonna get 2 pairs of Nopal boots. Oh god, that costs so much money. Like, it's worth it. Potentially. Ooh, Shulk's gonna lose a couple of things. I mean, bleed defense is good. Dang it! You know, I'm surprisingly bad at navigating these menus. Twin Tree Vest, at least I can still get my experience up, which is down here. Get him some jungle gloves, and the strength up can go on there. That's the one he had. Did he get new pants? He did. I know this isn't the most exciting part of the game, but, you know, JRPGs, gotta do this sometimes. And he got new boots. He got new boots. So he no longer has the physical protect, which is kind of sad because that's a solid piece of gear for him. Slightly lower ether defense as well. You can get the physical protect on here instead. He's already wearing jungle gloves. Cool. Can we give him a gem here? We can give him bleed defense on there. Could put her ether up on her rifle instead. We can sort out her gems later. Honestly, bind resist is kind of pointless. Not that it's pointless for everybody. Actually, kind of is pointless for everybody. Bind is not a major issue for the most part. Ryan, stop sniffing yourself. Yeah, Twin Tree Vest was not great for him. Same for the gloves. The pants were still just unquestionably better. What did I have on him before? Not the bind resist. HP up. And then, yeah. Ryan's looking kind of dumb and I like it. Me visited Colony 6 long time ago. Here it was attacked by Mechon. Yeah, Colony 9 too. It was a bad time for all involved. God, look how pretty this place is. And something I very much like about the way Frontier Village is set up is that it is very vertical. You go up levels instead of moving around the area. Let's check out the weapon shop. Not great maximum auto attack. So these have opposite issues. Critical rate for the Nopon cannon is solid. But there's nothing great there. However, Charlotte could level up Heat Bullet. Shulk can level up Shaker Edge. Covert Stance is not that useful. Head Shaker is. Interestingly, Shulk has access now to an art book for an art he hasn't yet learned, which makes me think I'm very slightly underleveled. Let's quickly learn those. No, arts. So, Shulk's got plenty of points. Shield is as high as it goes. Let's increase Purge a little bit, because we will be using that before too long. Shaker Edge is something I want to increase. This increased backslash as well. Dunban, I want to increase your steel strike just to have a shorter cooldown on it. And yeah, Gale Slash is solid. Let's get that. Charlotte, why don't we live... Oh, we've got not enough AP for everything. Let's try to increase Head Shaker. It's so good. And Rhine. Yeah, not too concerned about Rhine since he's not in the main party at the moment. Wait, someone had a quest for me? Where are you? I will hunt you down, you quest giver person, you. Everyone works so hard to carry pollen from Machna to here. But breezy Zolos run like wind and it get blown into the air. That not good for any of us. Can friend make breezy Zolos slow down? God, this monster is just the worst. Just the worst. Hum, be careful not to get blown away by it as well. It's the kind of monster where most times that I play, I can only take it out when I am, like, significantly over-leveled. Frontier village very long from top to bottom. Falling from top entrance walkway would bring big bad injury. Excuse me, I have proven that I have mastered gravity. I think I'll be okay. Honestly, I just adore the setup of this area. I cannot feel satisfied unless I see lift at least once a day. Would be disaster if it fall down. Village be full of pollen orbs. He is referring to... Where is the lift? There we go. Basically just a way for them to transport pollen orbs from one side of the tree to the other. The middle housing level. I also love that there are these little houses that are not accessible to the player, but just... There are just a bunch of little houses all over. It's really pretty. The Pollen Works. This is somewhere we're actually going to visit several times. Gadada. I want to make pollen orbs. I should become boss. I make process simpler. I mean, that's a pretty solid ambition. And we go ever upward. Look at this mushroom just giving off 1,000,000 spores. Heropon have tough job. Heropon definitely giving it his all. But you can count me out. Whom's the fuck is a Heropon? Landmark, Ricky's house. I don't know who Ricky is. When Kilaki get big, Kilaki want to be Heropon. Kilaki told Chief Dunga and he delighted for Kilaki. No, no, no! Me! Sister Pun Kilaki ate so much roast meat, we now go bankrupt. Leku will definitely end up as next year's Heropon at this rate. That doesn't sound good. Or does sound good. I don't know what a Heropon is yet. That is quite a problem. Is it, Charla? What to do? What to do? Ah! Got it! Need Kilaki's favorite food. Leku need 10 peachy leg joints. Ugh. I forgot about this one. Oh ho ho! Thank you, friends. Bring back 10 peachy leg joints. Hurry up, or voracious little pun end up eating the house itself. So yeah, his little sister has an enormous appetite. And he wants us to get literal, actual dinosaur meat to satisfy that appetite. Seems like it's going a bit far. They have an archaeology center.
Oh, fine.
My hubbypun on Bionis' leg. He work as Nopon merchant. Wonder if hubbypun's still a sleepyhead. Is her husband the Nopon merchant we met outside Colony 6, perhaps? Interesting. And as we keep going up, I love Lalapa. I love his little backpack. It's so freaking cute. Friends will understand our ways if friends stay here for a while. Nopon Village, most peaceful and relaxing place on Bionis. You know, that is pretty accurate. And we continue further upward. Mysterious Sanctuary. Also, Shulk learned a skill. Let's check that out. Causes Birth Affinity to fill more of the party gauge, which is amazing. Increases the chance of a chain link. It'll be a while, but it's definitely worth working towards. Yeah. Reduces the effect of spike attacks. Oh god, that's good for Dunban. Yeah, everyone's doing pretty well on skills.
Melia, you're welcome to come with us. Is it true? Were you alone in the forest?
That thing must be stopped by my hand. This is my pledge to those that have died.
Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
Wounded by a girl? You don't mean you're going to fight the Telethia?
How do you know of the Telethia?
When I went to collect the ether crystals, some Telethia attacked me. I managed to destroy them and get away.
You defeated Telethia? Who are you?
Just a boy with a sword. Don't worry about it.
The Monado. So that sword can...
To tell the truth, they were the Telethia's spawn. Someone told me the primary Telethia is healing somewhere in the forest. It was you, wasn't it? You hurt the Telethia.
It...
Melia.
The Telethia escaped from our homeland, and I am tasked with killing it. It cannot remain free. For the sake of my people and the Nopon, it must be stopped.
Melia, we can help you defeat it if you like.
Out of pity?
No.
Why then?
It's just... I want...
I want to smooch you.
Or I shall be forced to summon the Nopon chief to interpret for me.
I would like to help.
What could you possibly gain from aiding me?
I saw it. At the top of a black tower. You and I were fighting together.
And then we smooched.
Fighting that faced Mekon. I also saw you fighting a huge Telethia.
It threw me the first time and all.
Forgive me, Shulk, but what are you talking about?
Shulk can see visions of the future.
See the future? And you expect me to believe this rubbish?
Believe what you want, lady. Same as I tell all the non-believers.
That'll be me then.
Oh, yeah. In any case, the only reason we got this far was because of Shulk's visions. If Shulk says he saw you in a vision, then you must be important to whatever happens next. And if you're tough enough to fight a face Mekon, you're all right in my book.
You've got my vote. A lady should not go unaccompanied onto the battlefield.
Excuse me? I am quite capable of dispatching the beast alone. I require no assistance of any kind.
My dear, I apologize, but I could not help overhearing. Their offer sounds quite reasonable. The danger extends much further than our small dwelling. Makna itself is at risk, and we shall provide you with the finest warrior of our clan.
Chief Dunga,
No need for thanks. He is the equal, if not better, of the Hom-Hom.
You do know we're listening.
The chosen Nopon hero will await you below. I shall go ahead and prepare him. Please, excuse me.
A Nopon hero? Now this I have to see.
Don't be like that. Let's meet him first.
So, remember how we met Best Boy? And then we met Best Girl? Well, they all pale next to the absolute best character who we're about to meet. The character we all aspire to be. Oh yeah. Shulk, Melia, Dunban, Elvis, nah. You know what, Juice, you say that, but then you play this game, and kind of every character is the best character, but, like, especially the one we're about to see, if only because he has the best intro cutscene. You can quote me on that. The cutscene where he is introduced to the game is number one. Poor Charlotte. I love Charlotte's character, but the problem is, like, mechanically, Charlotte just isn't super great. Like, even Chugga Conroy, if you know Chugga Conroy, he's a Let's Player on YouTube. Really great guy, definitely worth watching. He did a playthrough of this. It was brilliant. And Charlotte is the one character who he said isn't brilliant. It's so sad. But in just a moment, we shall be introduced to one of the best things in this game. Oh, hello. Those stupid Terra Orlugas trod and trampled all over me. Oh, Luca, you're back just in time. Trust me, this is a very pretty village, but you're back just in time for one of the best moments in the game. Just because I'm small, and they didn't even apologize. Unforgivable. Show them what for. Yeah, kill some Terra Orlugas, sure. There are sharp spikes on their arms, so be careful. You just want me to kill a bunch of things. Fine. That all? Okay. Volume up on my side, because you need to.
May I introduce Hereupon Ricky!
Watch out!
Get off me! To you!
Right in the... Take this, bubble! That's good.
Ryan fucking spikes it.
Hereupon, get up! Hereupon, make Nopon proud!
I introduce to you this year's legendary Herapon, Ricky!
New hum-hum friends, meet this year's legendary Herapon, Ricky! Ricky live to serve!
A hero pond, you say? Not sure where you'll come in handy, but the more the merrier. Sure. Are these Telethia as strong as they sound?
Yes. They're quick as lightning and can read your mind.
A mind-reading giant bird? No problem.
I can see their movement through the Monado, but even that's not enough to get the better of them.
And we're going up against the daddy version. No one blink for a second.
No, Dunban, you're the daddy version.
Eyes wide open.
And don't forget that Melia is our only chance of making it to Erith Sea. If anything happens to our guide, it's on our heads. The Telethia is our target, but don't forget about the person standing next to you.
Dunban's right. I am in your debt. My weaknesses are all too apparent.
No worries, Melia.
Ricky has been informed of the Dino Beast, what you refer to as the Telethia. Be safe, my hum-hum friends.
Ricky's friends, listen to Ricky. Dino Beast is big and scary. Friends, get ready. Friends, help Ricky get ready.
You want us to get equipment for you?
Ricky's friend, right? Hum clever. Friends meet Ricky when ready. Then, friends and Ricky leave together.
Big attitude for a furry footrest.
Dino Beast is big and scary.
Great. That'll come in handy.
Is it just me, or did we suddenly become Nopon mercenaries?
Josh, how do you say no to a face like that? Nopon craftsmen have made Herapon Ricky some brand new equipment for free. You just need to collect it. Me too, Luca. Oh, what a wonderful time to join. So yeah, Melia has rejoined after briefly unrejoining. Me got armor that can even protect from Dino Beast attack. Well, maybe not quite that good. Anyway, do your best, come back safe, and tell us the stories of Ricky's bravery. Yes, Luca. Vodlandia will teach you all about Melia, and also how I want her in Smash.
Yes, no.
To tell us what time it is, we use time mushrooms in Village. They're in bad shape, though. Not telling time properly. That doesn't sound good. Everyone in spot of bother, as we do not know when it is snack time. Fuck, I love that that's their only concern. As you can see, I am not as young as when I was young. I do not wish to climb these steps. Can friends make repairs for us? Time mushrooms are on 1st, 4th, and 7th floors. They're constantly releasing spores. You will know which ones I mean. I'm glad people are beginning to see why I love this game so much. Here's one of the time mushrooms. Give it some compost. And it looks exactly the same, but it is no longer sporing. I'm sorry for that time I said sporing. Ricky going to kill Dino Beast? Ricky gonna need good weapon. Good luck, hereupon, Ricky. Me supporting you.
Ready to go! Come, new friends. Ricky's adventure begins.
Ricky, you do know where the Telethia is, don't you?
Of course Ricky know. Melly, Ricky hear you hurt Dino Beast.
I did, but only a little.
When Dino Beast hurt, Ricky know it go to place with ether crystals. Friends and Ricky go to place with crystals. Then we find Dino Beast. Chief, tell Ricky. Chief always right.
So you do know a thing or two about this monster. Guess we'll be searching for some ether crystals then.
Well, we already found some, and also Elvis. Will Elvis be at the other ones as well?
Ricky, why are you the Heropon?
Why? Because Chief Dunga choose Ricky.
He chose you? So you weren't chosen from birth?
Friend wrong. Chief choose by instinct.
By instinct?
Why friend surprised? Chief have sharp instinct. Chief be village seer.
So that's how you became the Heropon. Can't argue with that.
But he is kind of compact for a warrior hero.
Oh, Ricky owe lots of monies to village. If
Oh.
Ricky defeat Dino Beast, village promise to forget my debts. So Ricky like being Heropon.
You know, I didn't notice, but yes, Charlotte's clothing is very pink. So, yes. One thing you discover is that Ricky is the Heropon because he is in huge amounts of debt. He will clear the debt by saving the world, or at least saving their village. Let's go over Ricky a little bit. He starts with a weapon called a biter. We actually got a couple more just from enemy drops. And I think I'm going to go with the Warrior Nasher, just because it's got better stats all around. And honestly, just fucking look at that thing. I can give him the Jungle Cap, which is better than his Nop-on Cap, and makes him a fucking cat boy. Ricky's gear makes him so cute, it's absurd. Yeah, the rest of his gear is fine. Now, if we look at Ricky's stats. He has 5,000 HP. He has about the same HP as Rhine, but Rhine has an HP up to Gem. If we remove that, we see that Ricky has more HP than Rhine. Ricky is a tank. He is a squishy tank, but he is a tank. Early in development, Ricky was going to have the lowest HP of all characters. And he was going to be, as he is in the final build, he does a lot of debuffs, and he does damage that way. And that was his design. And then the developers just for fun decided to invert that and give him the most HP. Yeah, he was essentially planned to be a rogue. And they decided to give him the most HP instead. And it was so much fun for all the playtesters that they realized it was the better way to build him. going over his arts. He has Sneaky. It is a back attack, deals more damage from the back. You can see their back hit damage is 3 times damage, making this a better back attack than Shulk's backslash. Bitey Bitey. Attacking from behind inflicts duration, extends duration. This inflicts bleed, that's damage over time. Lurgy. He spits out, basically in a fan shape in front of him, he spits out a poisonous cloud. Doing poison damage for 30 seconds, damage over time. Behave is actually very useful. It basically removes the crazed status that enemies, especially your kind of mini bosses, get when they've taken a certain amount of damage. It can also inflict paralysis. Super useful. Roly Poly is a topple art which does not need a break first. Sure, Luca. Have a good sleep. And yeah, it was very nice having you here. So yeah, Roly Poly is a topple that does not need break. It doesn't guarantee a topple, but for enemies where you cannot inflict break, you can still potentially topple them with this. If it fails to topple, it guarantees a bind. Happy. Ricky can, for free, fill part of the party gauge. You know, the party gauge, the thing that lets you do chain attacks and revive fallen party members. Yeah, he can just do that. You can do it. Restores HP to the party. The more debuffs he has, the more debuffs a particular party member has, the more HP is restored. So basically, the more they need HP, the more HP they will get. And Hero Time. The hero pawn charges ahead with the blessed aura surrounding him. It prevents tension from decreasing, and it increases a stat at random by 75%. Ricky is incredible. He's kind of a joke character, the way he's introduced. Oh yeah, and Play Dead. Play Dead makes him, honestly, a kind of amazing... On Play Dead especially, you can see that he was meant to be a rogue, not a tank. Because what it does is it removes all aggro from him. So you can see, in that sense, not an amazing tank. But still very useful. It also heals the same HP as being revived. So he will no longer have aggro. He'll get a bunch of HP back. It has a long cooldown, but it also increases his physical arts by 1.5%. He is incredible. Yeah, basically what Gold is saying. He's a moderately good tank because of his high defense, because of his high HP. He's a brilliant damage over time dealer. He's not amazing DPS, but he's solid DPS. He's such a good jack of all trades. I'm actually going to improve his hero time. Not hero time, you can do it. Happy. Because getting to fill party gauge for free is just amazing. Roly Poly is good because of the forced topple, but we've got enough topple. He'll be pulling in a lot of aggro probably, so back attack is not too useful. Let's get some damage over time in there. A bit of healing. Yeah, he's even a moderate healer. Play Dead is good. Hero Time is amazing. And then, yeah, let's increase Lurgy a bit further. And why not? Increase Roly-Poly some. Shulk's got so much AP to spend. Let's improve his healing. Dunban's got quite a bit as well. Yeah. Let's get Gale Slash up. And then Electric Gutbuster, because it's a super useful one for him. Charla, let's increase Heal Round. Costs a lot, but it's super good. And then I'm actually going to change up my party quite a bit. I'm going to go with Melia, Ricky, and... Melia's already DPS. I'm going to stick with Charlotte for now because I do like the healing. Gold, you say that. I actually like Charlotte because she's such a good healer. But you know what? Let's go DPS damage over time and agility tank. Let's just also take a moment to take a look at Ricky's skill trees. Vivacity improves his max HP. Flexibility improves his agility. And Innocence improves his ether defense. He starts with... His skills are also sometimes bizarre. I know, Stitch. It will happen sometimes, but probably not that often. I really like Ricky. Like Sun, increases his strength by 10% during the day. We can also work towards allows items to be sold for a higher price, which is actually super good, or increases movement speed. Yeah, I'm just super paranoid, Gold. You know what? There are a bunch of other quests around Frontier Village, and I will get to all of them in time. Dunban's nearly at level 30. Also, I am just wondering, how has stream quality been? Because for the last week, I haven't really noticed any significant frame drops. I'm wondering if Streamlabs isn't reporting them, or if the issue is mostly solved. Stitch! Why is that so accurate? Why is that so accurate, Stitch? Okay, these bridges can often be a little bit confusing to navigate. But it's fine. There are still a level 96 fuckers. But they generally won't fuck with you if you don't fuck with them. Which is my favorite kind of enemy in almost any game. That's really good to hear. I switched my Twitch server. I was previously using the Toronto server, which was what was recommended by Twitch. But since I've moved to to Ottawa. That's when I noticed the problems. So I switched to the Quebec server. And I'm guessing there's just a lot less traffic going to the Quebec server. So that's good to know. Also, Dinosaurus. Level 98. Attacks on sight. This fucker. Anybody who has played the game to this point hates Dinosaurus but loves his name. Okay, now we come to Windmill Plaza. Windmill Pavilion. Apologies. And these guys can call themselves Hodes. Luca, what is your concern? It's a Dinosaurus. Ooh. You're a bit tough, aren't you, fucker? One good thing about Melia as well, her ether attacks tend to hit much more frequently than physical attacks. So even for higher level enemies... Oh, we might need a healer, actually. Gold, you lied to me. I might need a healer. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Luca. Oh, I am going to die. Or someone is. Shit, that caught me off guard. Oh. Oh, this is going so badly. You're right, Gold. And yet I still managed to beat it. Oh god. I need a healer. I'm sorry, Dunban. It is amazing how tough this game is without that healing. Once you can do it, it's completely upgraded. And slight spoiler, Melia also gets a not amazing, but an okay healing skill later. Oh, one of these saw me and is running to get his friends. That could be a problem. Yeah. Later on, Melia gets a pretty good, a pretty good self-heal. And, sorry, I lost track of that. A pretty good self-heal and a moderate heal for others. And the result is, combined with Ricky's healing, you don't need that much more. There are so many of them. There are so many of them. RIP! Gold, I swear to God. Honestly, the problem is I've never done this area with this party. I normally go in Shulk, Sharla, Dunbat. Because that's, you know, that's DPS tank healer. But I want to do something different. Big part of the problem is, nope, I do not want to deal with two of them. No!
I fear I approach my limit. Sorry, it's my fault.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Fucking perfect timing, Gold. Yeah, I know there are reinforcements, but just deal with one at a time. Oh God! Oh God! They all came at the same time! No, fuck this! Leave me alone! Why are you still trying to follow me? No, go away! Hi, Niv. Oh my God! Luca, go to sleep. Okay. You know what? I'm sorry. I am bad at this game. I need... Ricky and Melia both need some more arts before I can pull up anything. They're both so good, but the problem is not them. The problem is me. Let's see how much easier you are. A, alone, and B, with Shook.
Leave this to me.
Dang it, missed the days. Oh. This just goes so much smoother. It's not perfect, obviously. But I'm just so much more used at this stage to doing this. Plus, much quicker to pull to fill up the party gauge, since increasing the party gauge largely relies on getting those bonus effects like side attack, back attack, and Shulk's really good at those. Don't really need to worry about a topple. Yeah, let's get an aura on him. Why not? Nymph, are you aware that you are cute and good? Because you are cute and good. Stitch just said it, and Stitch doesn't lie. Not about this kind of thing, anyway. I love those 3 rocks there. Honestly, Magna Forest has some of the most beautiful scenery in this game. Day and night. Glowmoss Trihenge. And yeah, there are pterodactyls. Just don't worry about it. I am genuinely very sorry, Stitch. I normally give kind of flippant responses to things like that. Just, you know, asserting that you're cute, which you are. But dysphoria is shit. Oh, hi, Dinosaurus. You know what? Red Mage is right. Sometimes you just have to laugh.
Everyone, let's go! Make it a swift.
You know, I'm not sure that's entirely true, Shulk, but I appreciate it. Okay. Charlotte does not have any red attacks, and Dunban doesn't have any yellow, so that's not great. But importantly, Charlotte can now guarantee a topple. These guys, unfortunately, once toppled, have a topple spike. So they don't normally do spike damage, but they do spike damage once they're toppled, which is something that you're just used to doing against strong enemies. Which just sucks. I hate topple spikes. Frankly, I hate spikes more than almost anything. No, are you quoting Corone, or that is the name, right? Oogly coming out of nowhere to remind us of Stitch's incredible cuteness. Thank you. Ow! Yeah, just go for damage since toppling is not a good idea on these guys. Fucking poor Kermit. Let's get... Let's heal up Dunban some. Hey, remember how we were looking for large ether crystals? I think maybe we found the large ether crystals. Just a hunch.
Let's do this.
Don't let a single one escape.
Don't hold back. Now
we're working as one.
This is the power of unity, Shara. All right, dance with me. Everyone, feel the flow of battle.
I mean, I guess fire ether crystals do look like that, Stitch. I'm gonna keep my chain attack for reasons. Oh, I missed a backslash? That is terrible. Okay. So, chat. Next boss coming up soon. I mean, potential slight spoilers, but I'm just telling you. I am also, I think, slightly underleveled, so this is going to be rough. I've done as detailed of an outline as you possibly can for the term paper, but actually starting writing is making me anxious. A little bit of advice, Bubble. Write a completely shitty first draft. Like, go out of your way to make it not good. Because that gets rid of the anxiety, and then you've got a fully written term paper, which you can fix. Don't try to make it good. As long as you're keeping in your head what a good sentence structure is, what a good, whatever is, then you're going to be nervous. If you go out of your way to just not care, just say, I'm going to write a shitty first draft and fix it, it can take a bit of that nervousness off. You know, that sounds like the right way for things to be, Oogly.
What is this?
And all the trees are dead.
Never see before. This not Ricky's Machna. Ricky never see before.
To think it has caused this much damage. What do you mean?
Are you telling me the Telethia did this?
Telethia absorb and drain the surrounding area of all its ether.
That's it. The Telethia
Legit,
is
Bubbles,
all the
yes.
ether, which is causing the natural environment to change.
Shulk, the Telethia can read your mind. Expect it to know what you will do before you do it.
I know. I'll aim for its antenna and stop its ability to read my thoughts. With the Monado at our side, it doesn't stand a chance.
It's much more powerful than its offspring. Do not expect it to fall so easily.
I won't. But we have to trust in the Monado.
Shulk has only met Telethia once, and they were merely the spawn. So why is he so sure of himself? Is it confidence, or a trust in something? Yes, it is trust. He trusts in the power of that sword. What did he say it was called? The Monado. I see.
God, Melia, you're just so good.
Stick together, everyone!
Dino Beast, it as Ricky imagined.
It's Telethia. I take this chance to bring vengeance to my brethren and fulfill my duty. Shulk, I will trap it and cease its movement. Strike when the time is right!
Melia!
Be still!
Oh yeah! She's nifty with that start.
I knew it. She can control ether energy without using catalysts or rifle shells.
I've heard that such people exist. But I never thought she would be one. Shulk, right, Shala. Protect Melia at all costs.
On it!
Right.
So you do have an opportunity to change up your party here. I'm not going to. Hi, Cheem. I'm not going to because, as you saw before, I'm just... at this point, the way I have Melia and Ricky set up just isn't good enough. That's not on them, that's on me. So I'm going to stick with my trusty Shulk, Shulk Dunban. However, Melia learned a new art, Mind Blast, which essentially does the same thing as Shulk's Monado Purge. Oh god, I'm under-leveled. It's level 36? Oh, this might go very badly. Oh! Actually, don't need to use Monado Purge yet.
Oh no!
Yeah, oh no is right. We're missing and being blocked on every front. And it hasn't even tried to read our minds yet.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Yeah. I mean, We're not doing terribly in terms of our health. Thank you. Perhaps that's what I need.
Alright, it's decision time. So, would you rather have a punch in the face?
Hey, call me!
Or in the balls?
Shit, Copper! Thank you for the raid. I'm in the middle of a fight with a much too powerful enemy. How's your Animal Crossing going? How did I fuck that up? I don't think I did. I think the game hates me. Oh, this is going so poorly. Just so poorly. I am badly underleveled for this fight. Yep, there we go. And yet, it also is not doing a good job of killing us, surprisingly. I don't know what... The fountain boss? Okay, this is the part where we die. Who is the fountain boss? Wake up! We're dealing like no damage to it, but it isn't dealing enough damage to us. It's such a bizarre fight. Because we keep missing just because it's 6 levels higher than us. And Charlotte is honestly a very good healer at this point. I haven't played Galaxy in so long, I don't really remember the bosses at all. God, this is a terrible fight. And wake up, Darla. God, this is a terrible fight. No, not a problem, Copper. Keep it vague. That is perfectly fine with me. Okay, I'm just gonna try to go for damage. In which case, pink for the multiplier. But we keep missing fucking everything. Oh, that's what you mean by fountain. That makes sense. Rip Charla. And without a healer, now we are done, I think. Unless I managed to revive her, we've done no damage. Yeah, this is the end. Wait, I can revive Charla. Why am I still doing this? I've got some tiny hope that this is worth still doing. It's really not, but I'm not gonna stop trying, apparently. Yeah, you're right, Gold. That is entirely the right thing to do. And so I will say I'm not going to revive any further. So what you're saying, Gold, is 50 million hour subathon? There we go. Now we're fucked. Now it did Soul Read, and I do not have my... I can't... So now we're hitting, like, 0% of the time. Oh, that's a lot of damage to Dunban. Oh my god, I think the majority of damage that has been done to this monster has been done thanks to... Dunban's got a spike. And I think that's done more damage than any of our actual attacks. Yeah, we're just missing too much. Chain damage, 0. Yeah, no more revives. I will keep encouraging, though, because that improves affinity, which, when you're competently leveled, helps with a lot of things. I'm just not competently leveled. And Charlotte is way too good at healing. Okay. There we go. Someone's gonna die now. Which is actually a good thing. Because it means I can leave this battle, grind up a couple of levels, and come back. I mean, that's basically what speedruns are. Aren't they, Gold? Speedruns tend to be about being fast. And I think that requires the lowest possible level. I'm not even going to do anything to try to make this go better at this point.
I'm not doing too well.
Okay. Yeah. More likely, in this case, a strat to do that. It is not, Stitch. I'm just really under level. If I were even level 33, this would be fine. So my headcanon for whenever you die has always been that it is one of the many futures that Shulk sees. That didn't happen. Shulk, the Monado showed that happening. Yeah, I need to be hunting guys like this who are a couple of levels higher. Because they are great for this kind of thing. They tend to give plenty of experience without being too difficult. Yeah, it makes sense in the lore, and it kind of explains why you respawn at the last landmark. That was when Shulk got the vision. Wow. Group topples. Fucking suck. I don't believe so. Gold. Because yeah, that was a Xenoblade 2 thing. I don't think I'm on that mode.
Okay, let's get going.
What? Why is Pikachu killing? Wait a second. Am I playing on expert mode? I am playing on expert mode. Gold. Thank you so much. Okay. Expert mode is a thing intended to make the game more difficult. It's very similar to a mechanic in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What it means is that the experience you get from fighting, you get. The experience you get from quests is stored in a pool and allows you to level up as much as you like. Well, it's based on what you've got. And in fact, I am perfectly competently leveled. If I had switched off expert mode, I should be at level 36. Just like that dude. I don't need to level grind. Because one of the things I've mentioned about this game is if you do most of the quests, you will be... So it's quests, landmarks, achievements. Okay, so there's a bunch of experience that in expert mode you don't automatically get. You basically only get combat experience. And like there are reasons to use expert mode, but I mentioned a while back that if you do most of the quests, you don't really need to worry about level grinding too much because of that experience. But I've been feeling a little underleveled, and this explains why. I'm just going to level up all of my characters to the level they should be at. This explains so much. Okay, so Dunban's only 34, but that's still perfect. I agree with you in general, Gold. Okay. Ricky can still only get to 30. Melia only to 31. Because they've been with the party for less time, they've got less of that accumulated experience. I like expert mode in general. I'm going to turn it off because it's not amazing for streaming. Being underleveled is a little bit less fun. Yes, there is a point in the game where I will level down, and we'll see that. But thank you for pointing that out, Gold. You have saved me so much trouble. So, okay, we've only got skill links. Not too much to worry about there. But a couple of characters should have learned new arts as well. This is such an important one. Shulk learns Battle Soul. Sacrifice half of your HP to fill the talent gauge. Ah. Well, I basically did that anyway, but I'll check that again. Gold, thank you. Seriously, thank you so much. So yeah, Battle Soul allows Shulk to refill his challenge gauge, his talent gauge, at a cost, but it's so useful against someone like the Telethia, where it can be very tough to refill that. Dunban gained Tempest Kick. If you use it after Gale Slash, it removes enemy buffs. Not that useful, to be honest. Charla learned Aura Bullet. A special ether bullet that extends the duration of auras. It's okay. Ryan learned Dive Sobat, which is a paralyzing kick, so it inflicts paralysis, and if you use it after Bone Upper, it causes agility down. And we saw that Melia learned Mind Blast, which removes auras and causes something called Art Seal, which basically means enemies can't use special effects. It's pretty useful. So let me check the... there we go. Use all experience. Thank you, Gold. Yeah, I'm going to leave expert mode disabled for now. And stream's probably going to go a little bit long because I really want to finish this fight. God, Gold, you saved me so much trouble. Thank you. I mean, whatever is happening there, Stitch, is what Gold just did to me. Powered me up and let me kill the cat in sunglasses? I don't want to kill the cat in sunglasses. Don't mind me. I said don't mind me. I've forgotten about the old Splendido. Okay. Now this Telethia should be much more fightable. God, it looks cool. You don't really see it like this unless you fail the battle, but it gives you an opportunity to look at just how cool it is. Oh god, look at this. We're actually hitting it with our attacks. This is such a different experience. It uses Soul Reed, I use Monado Purge, which is basically what you're meant to do there. It tries to read my mind, I use the Monado to prevent that. You know what? Yes, I am ready for a chain attack, because now I feel like it will actually help in any way. We can get a break. They resist, they're not immune. Well, this is going so much better. It's the good music.
What the?
Dino Beast grow back thing!
You've got to be kidding me.
It's no good. My ether shots are having no effect.
Its regenerative power is too much.
It is all right, Shulk. Destroying the Telethia is beyond us. We should cut our losses and mourn those who perished.
Never, Melia. The men you lost, I can tell they were dear to you. I know only too well that desire for revenge.
Fuck
and
yeah,
the crushing pain of losing those close to you. I can't stand by and let another person experience what I have. This monster is going down. I'll trap him with the Monado. Then the rest of you hit the Telethia with everything you have.
Thank you.
Ready?
The Telethia can read our thoughts. While the Monado has the tricks too.
So yeah, you have to do the fight twice. But again, it's fine when you can actually hit with your attacks. Dunban, you want to do your tankly duties and be a tank? Thank you. Oh? We got a vision right at the beginning of a chain attack? Oh, we hadn't actually launched the chain attack yet. That's really interesting, though.
Should be okay now.
Okay. So, I will say, this is something I find a little bit frustrating about. It's common to JRPGs, so I'm not going to say just Xenoblade, but from my experience, Xenoblade is a particularly bad, case of this, which is, unless you are amazing at the game, level determines so much. It's not necessarily the worst thing, but like 6 levels ago, I literally was hitting nothing. Paula, hello. You're coming in just as we're killing a big old boss who I could not beat before until Gold told me that I. Basically, there's a thing in this game called expert mode, which intentionally leaves you slightly under-leveled to make the game more challenging for people who played it before. But it's also... It's not great for streaming, because when I stream, I don't want to grind. Ooh, that was some beefy damage. Just sword in the fucking head.
Now, Melia, finish him.
And then just an actual laser. No problem, Josh. We're going to be finishing up soon, so there won't be much to miss. Good luck at work.
Brilliant thinking. Even though the Telethia can absorb large amounts of ether energy and regenerate at an incredible rate, absorbing so much energy caused it to implode.
Who would have thought? Brute force wins again. Nothing like an old-fashioned scrap. Dixon would have been proud.
It was the only way I could think of. If there had been another way...
Don't listen to Dunban. Soon you and that Monado will be unstoppable.
It's like a Tephra cave. It was almost natural, instinctive. The Monado responded to me, and I harnessed a new power.
You'll get your chance, Shulk.
That's because you're super
We'll turn
good.
that face Mechon into scrap.
I know. That's what keeps me going.
Hogard, Garin, Damil Aizel, are you there? I did it. It's dead. Did you see? I thank you for your aid in my cause. Justice has been served.
You're welcome. Besides, it was mostly you.
Dino Beast! Hereupon Ricky ready for round 2. Hey, fight over already? No, Ricky not no!
I'm afraid it's all finished.
We couldn't have done it without you, brave little Hereupon.
We won, Copper.
Ricky brave! Rhine also a little brave. Ricky happy?
I think that's for the best, Bubbles. I know you've been insanely stressed lately and you haven't been sleeping as well as I would like, so a nap will probably do you good.
Hereupon Ricky, be proud! Hereupon Ricky, tough guy!
Hereupon Ricky, bestest!
Look at him. Barely hit a toe and he gets all the praise.
Oh, let him have his glory. A few days ago, the villagers wouldn't give him the time of day. Besides, won't you miss him just a little bit?
Chief Dunga, Ricky beat Dino Beast. Does Ricky still have debt?
No, Ricky. Your debts are repaid. However,
Also that, Bubbles.
while you were gone, Your little pawns ate like ravenous Oluga. It set Chief Dunga back quite a bit. No pawn, no frontier village. A new prophecy has been told. Our hereupon, slayer of Dino Beast, will further his legend by accompanying the Hum-Hum on their travels and bringing peace to the lands of Bayones.
Oh, Ricky never hear this.
It was prophesied many years ago.
Chief lying. Chief make a prophecy 1 minute ago. Oh, Ricky mad.
Ricky, go with these people. For the sake of the village, you must go. My instinct is never wrong. Oh, do not worry, Ricky. Your little pawns will be taken care of.
I will try to get that gold. You're not the only one, Chuck.
Dadapon stomach rumble. Dadapon need food. Dadapon need food now.
Dada? Ricky, what on Bionis is going on?
Friends, meet Ricky, Wifey Pon, and Little Pon.
You have got to be joking.
Wife and children? Ricky, how old are you?
Ricky have 40 years. Oh, friends look puzzled.
Yeah, Ricky's middle-aged.
Just surprised.
Ricky! Oka borrow monies for Little Pon's food. Chief Dunga know best. Ricky must work for Little Pons to have good life.
Ricky will. Okay, Oka. Ricky, happy to join friends.
Ryan happy too. Come on, Furball.
Oh yeah, Josh. Ricky's a complete Chad.
Now
But like in the
you
best
can
way.
Return with your head held high, my dear.
Indeed. Thank you, Dunga. My thanks for your gracious help.
Not at all. Peace has been restored to the Makna region. On behalf of all Nopon, thank you.
Chief Dunga is very fond of Melia.
Same hom-hom, different world. Not fair if you ask me.
Chief Dunga, will you kindly grant these Homs passage to Erith Sea? It is my promise to them.
Without question. These hom-hom fought valiantly in aid of our village. And a request by you, my dear, cannot go unanswered. I shall inform the villagers at once.
You are too kind. The chief has spoken. You should depart for Erith Sea at once. Prepare
Heck
your
yes.
things and see me when you are ready.
And everybody got another level from that as well. Which makes a perfect place to end stream today. God, thank you all so much for joining me. This has been an absolutely wonderful stream. Some of my favorite moments in, let's say, in the early game. Like, early to mid. We're not super early anymore. But yeah, some of my favorite moments in the game. Meeting some really, really amazing characters. And yeah, just overall a really fun time. Much appreciated having you all here. You've all been absolutely wonderful. But that's not a surprise, because you always are. We're going to raid someone slightly different today. I'm just in the mood to raid Deer, who I don't think I've ever raided. So yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles returns next week, Saturday, 5:30 Eastern Time, as usual. I would normally be streaming tomorrow, but I've got family engagement, so tomorrow I'm just going to skip stream. And then, so then my next stream will be Monday, 5:30 Eastern, which will be Monster Hunter Monday. I also stream Wednesday, 5:30. Friday, 8:30 are my reading streams. And I think those are all the streams I've got. I'm streaming a lot these days, but I enjoy it. So yeah, thank you for joining me. And I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day further. You all deserve it. You're all rad and cute. In fact, let's just remind ourselves that, in fact, chat is the cutest. So yeah, I hope to see you all around, and I hope you all have a great day further. Say hi to Dear for me. Ciao.